This section heading is called Synchronized Logging. So what we're going to do in this section here is we're going to ensure that all devices within the Eurbank domain are synchronized with an NTP server within the DMZ. So we're actually going to break this section up into two parts when doing this. The first part that we're going to do is going to pertain to installing NTP on yourbank.com and pointing it, as I said, to that NTP server. The second video will do the same thing on the IDS device. All right, so we're going to do everything from Alice's end station over here. So now the reason that we're doing this is to ensure that all devices are on the same page. So your capture files, your log files, they tell a story. And if they're not all telling the same story, then that's going to be no good to you. So as I said a moment ago, the first device that we're going to do this on is going to be yourbank.com. So now we're establishing an SSH session with that device. By default, NTP is not installed on this Ubuntu system. So we're going to install it. So we're going to type sudo apt-get, confirm the installation. We want to install the package NTP. So by default, when you install NTP, it sets you up as an NTP client. So it does this. As a client, you're getting your time source from an authoritative clock. So we're going to view the clock or pool of clocks that we're getting it from. So we're going to type the following. We're going to do sudo sed -n. So we're going to find that there is a pool of servers on lines 19 to 22 within the NTP configuration file. So this is currently where this device is getting its time source. So what we're going to do to ensure that it gets its time source from that device in the Eurbank domain is we're going to replace this server pool with just a single server. So once again, using sed, we're going to edit the in-place file. We want to cut these lines out. We want to replace it with a single server. So server, oops, I forgot to do one step here. So we want to figure out the name of the device, right? So if we type nslookup for this, we can do 10.10.1.116. So here's the device name, right? So that's the device name that we're going to be using inside of this file. If you want to verify that that's in the same network, you can see that all of the devices that we have within the DMZ are here. So we've got, this is our DNS server. This is going to be our NTP server. Our mirrors inside of this DMZ as well. Any event. So let's actually put that in now. So I'm going to hit that up arrow key. We're going to place this. And as I was doing a moment ago, we're going to edit the in-place file. We are going to cut those lines and replace it with server ntp.yourbank.com. We're going to use the iBurst option, and this is going to ensure that we synchronize faster. So I'm going to hit the up arrow key twice, or 3 times here in my case, because of skipping that step for a second. And what we want to do, so we don't view additional stuff, is we're going to say that we just want to view lines 18 to 20. So here we can see that this is the only server that's now in place. So we want to read in the changes. So we're going to type sudo service ntp. We want to restart. Now we want to verify that in fact we are getting our time from that server. So we're going to use ntp q-p. So we can see over here, this is where we want to get our time from. This is the only server that's actually listed down here. And we can tell that we are getting our time from that server based on this star over here, or asterisk, whatever you want to call it. So this tells us that we're synchronized with the device. And as I said a second ago, that's where we're getting our time from.